Hey guys, welcome back to the stream. Happy Wednesday. I hope you guys have had a really great day. And we are probably about to have our last stream of Divinity Original Sin 2, at least this campaign. So I'm super excited to see what happens here. I really think we're close to the end. So we got some puzzles to solve, and we might still have a couple hours of content, but it should still be pretty exciting. So I'm gonna go ahead and start solving the puzzles. I've got a kitty sitting behind me. You probably can't see her, but she's enforcing my good posture at the moment. And then the puppy might show up on stream here at some point too. So, how are you guys doing this Wednesday? We've got some sort of barrier here. I think I guessed last time that this is going to be one of those puzzles where you have to make the stuff go through. But I'm going to have to be able to reach all of these things first before I can do that. And I assume that means I have to do something at this altar.
A blessed stone altar. The cool stone seems to beg to be touched.
I'm going to pass my hand along the flat of the altar top and away as if wiping the slate clean.
In the pit beyond, things move once more, as if returning to their original position. Then the mechanism rests. Behind you, the sound echoes away.
Interesting. So that reset things rather than open things. So wiping across it.
A blessed stone altar. The cool stone seems to beg to be touched.
Lay a hand upon the stone.
The altar seems to respond. Beyond it, something creaks, as if the pipework was moving. The sound comes from beyond the altar, but also echoes and gurgles.
Hello, Bellissima.
behind.
Welcome to the stream. How are you doing this Wednesday? We're looking at this puzzle. So this altar is what's letting me control this. Ah. So yeah, this is leeching forward. But I can't control those things. Not currently.
A blessed
So if I
stone
move,
altar. The cool stone
if I
seems
move
to
my hand
beg
up
to be
palm's
touched.
width along the top of the plinth.
In the space beyond the altar, the pipework shifts.
You're packaging a bunch of grad invites? Well, that sounds like fun. Oh! Oh, wow. This is quite something. Okay, so this is how I actually get to do the puzzle. So I want to lead this over to here. And this to here. And I guess not do anything. I mean, maybe it to there. Let's start with the first one. I'm going to start with this one. So I can take it along here. I'm going to have to go along here. There's no way to get it over here. So I have to go along here. It's going to force me into a straight path to there. At which point it is going to branch out. I'm pretty sure at any of these branching points, it's going to choose to branch out no matter what I want it to do. I'm just figuring I got to start somewhere. So I need it to be coming from the left or the right. Because this thing will only let me do it that way. To get it into there. Let's set it up both ways. To start with. Oh, I can... Darn it, it's not going to let me do that. So I have to go this way. Wrong one. Which one's the wrong one? Can't do that. So I could have it go along here, back to this, to here, to here. It ends up there again. I mean, I'm pretty sure that if I hit this... Oh, no, it's not going to let me do that. Shiny blue to shiny blue. Oh, yeah, that's true. Okay, thank you. So I am trying to get it to over here. Thank you for pointing that out, Cassia. I just saw blue and went to blue. Okay, so we can look at either side here. And we gotta feed in, whether we go to either side, we gotta feed in straight there. We could feed in from there. This has to go either left or right as well. So I could have it go here to here. Possibly to there. To there. It's also going to feed over there, which isn't necessarily what I want, but gotta start someplace. Work towards a meeting from both ends. Yeah. Oh, darn it. I just turned that too much. This might take me a minute. So right now, I've got a path that goes from here, along here, here, and goes to here. So I think this middle one... Why did I connect the middle wrong one to there? I'm silly. I keep looking at the wrong ends. Still got a basic path. Which I can probably connect up to what I want anyway. So here, going there, to here. I could divert this back to... Do I need to get all three of these? Somehow? Or do I really only need to get one? So I think I can get this left one. And I would like to see what it does if I do that. Did it reset it?
The altar seems to respond. Beyond it, something
now we can see. So it feeds this one and this one, but not this one. So I don't need to worry about the middle one, it looks like. So that's gonna get not quite all the way. I messed up.
A blessed stone altar. The cool stone seems to beg to be touched.
From the T's, make the T directions you don't want impossible.
In the space beyond the altar,
So I don't think I need to get the red one, because it's not actually generating anything. I think I only need to get two. From the three directions you don't want possible. Yeah. So here, here, here. It was continuing straight. Here. Want it to go there, there, there. But I also need to be able to get this all the way to the other side. So I'm only working with these two as far as I know at the moment. This fire needs to go like all the way. Does crossing through the T actually like cause them to mix or not is a question. Whether going this way through T and this way through T would be different things. Probably not, but... Because this one has to get all the way over here, and this one has to get all the way here. So their paths kind of have to cross. I'm not particularly good at puzzles. This one has a T intersection to start with. I know. I can use that T maybe. That's not gonna work. Will it actually go in a random direction though? Because it was passing through this one and just going straight. So I guess the way to test it is to turn that and see if it goes in both.
The altar seems to respond.
It goes over here and we'll see what it does with the T. See, it's just going straight. It's not going the other direction. So I think it going this way and going this way might be considered different things at the T. This direction would be possible, though, for it to continue to travel before hitting something. Not quite sure how that works. It's considering it to have successfully gotten there, I think. Despite this blocking it. Okay. Well, we'll continue along that idea
beyond the altar.
then, since that seemed to have worked. So I don't want to touch the path for that, if I can help it. But I do want to get it over to this T and see if that does what I think it does. It very well might not. I can get it to there. But I have no way of getting it past there. That's not ideal anyway. And it's gonna feed straight into there and keep going straight. Oh, puzzles are complicated. Great. Going by that logic, this will go straight through. And then it'll turn left or right. I can't make it go right. I have to take it left. And then I can put it up here. It's gonna go straight though, and that's gonna mess up the junction that I have here. Well, we gotta do it though. Okay, so that theoretically might work because we didn't have to worry about that block. This already lit up, so maybe we only need to do them one at a time. So that's something I'm gonna try.
The altar seems to respond.
It's no longer lit up. This is really frustrating. Backseating is too slow in the chat. I'm sorry. Sorry to frustrate you, Casca. Like I said, I'm not particularly great at puzzles. And the logic of this puzzle seems a little bit odd since it doesn't go left or right. So this one it wasn't just happy with ending there. Okay.
A blessed stone altar. The altar seems to respond.
So our blue flame went a little too far. Ah.
A blessed stone. The altar seems to. A
Oh,
blessed
this is what
stone
I need.
altar. In the space beyond.
Straight, straight, left, left, up, up, left, up, which is problematic. Okay, there's something I'm going to test with that now, really quickly.
The altar seems to respond.
To see, so this isn't feeding into it directly. It should run up against that wall and end. But the last time that we did that over here, it lit up that bowl. And I want to see if it does that again. So I could have this go through here, actually, if I wanted to. So it is going to require me to get that inside the bowl. Okay.
A blessed stone altar. In the space beyond the altar.
Work from the ends towards the middle. I am kind of trying to think about it that way. Accounting for two separate ends and two separate ways to get there is a lot for me. Okay. So up, up, left, left, up, up, left. This goes down. Yeah, I've set up the concluding block, but there's two different pathways that I can go with the concluding block, either left or right. Gotta go here, 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 here. Down to here, over to here. Cross, there, there, there. I think the blue flame should be good. So I'm going to take a look at the blue flame. And see if it goes the pathway that I want. It's excruciatingly slow to move. Okay, so that one made it. So if this one, we turn it to the right, then we can feed it in over here on the right-hand path. I need to change that block first and then work backwards.
A blessed stone altar. The cool stone in the space beyond the altar.
There to there. Gotta connect that one up, which goes here. Okay, so let's check the blue flame first. But I didn't screw it up. Okay. Think that one's all okay. Yeah. And this one goes up to here. I need to turn that once more. Okay, I think that might be it.
The altar seems to respond.
Now we get to watch it take forever to travel. I thought it had stopped for a second. I was really concerned. Okay, so that's lit up. And this one should be fine too. And then there wasn't anything in this one to make go. So I don't know what it wants from me. Oh. I have to give it blood.
Peering through the iron grating, you can see how it connects to the strange pipework.
I have to give it blood. Yeah, I nailed those 2 paths. Somehow I have to do this 3rd one. Oh, so I have to make blessed blood somehow. I guess. That makes this puzzle even more complicated. Okay, so I can summon blood. That's a thing I can do. And then I can maybe bless it. Yeah. There you go. I made the blessed blood. Like you said, I have to get the path set. Sorry, I knew how to make it.
A blessed stone altar. The cool stone.
It's not going to
seems
move
beg
forward
be
yet,
touched. In the space
but it's
beyond
there. I might have to bless it again. I don't know. Okay, so I need to be careful not to mess up the other paths. This one has a 4-way. But I can't touch this over here because that leads me in. So I need to lead in either from this side or up here. And this isn't factoring into either of my other paths too. So these are my 2 options so far. So I do probably want to go to the right. This isn't part of either of those. I can go there. This also isn't part of it. I can go through here safely. Up. Maybe to the left. Just double check that this one's, yeah, that's not interfering. There we go. Okay, I think that's it. Just double check all the paths. Because I like that. Hold on. 1, 2, up. 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 Right. Right. Up. Left. Into there. This one goes up, 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 left. Left, up. Up, left. Left, down, over. Okay, I think that's it.
The altar
Now we get
seems
to wait again for all of it to travel, including the blessed blood. We have 3 different blessed surfaces traveling for us for this puzzle. Are you gonna stay behind me the whole stream, Bones? Yeah? She just meowed at me. She said yes, she is. Okay, so that one made it. The blood made it. And the fire is gonna make it. Nice. Okay. We got it. Somehow. Lots of trial and error. But I want these barriers to go down. I am definitely 100% going to save. Because I'm not ready to do that puzzle again. The line of anguish. That certainly doesn't look pleasant. Oh, here's one of the talking doors. I wonder what sort of question it's gonna have for me.
Venture no farther. Only
Okay.
death lies beyond. Blood need not be spilled. Bones need not be broken. Preserve thyself.
Oh, I'd
and
really like to
freedom.
continue.
To cross this threshold is to plunge into thy grave.
Please
Do
let me
not
through?
decide in haste. Very well.
It's just a
Embrace
warning
thy
door.
fate.
It's just a door that's like, are you sure? The death room. Oh yeah, this is the one that he told us how to do it. The guy told us it's the levers that spell power, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it doesn't actually. We solved a fiendishly difficult puzzle. Not a piece of cake puzzle. A fiendishly difficult puzzle. And proceeded on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that what he said was that we have to spell out power. I'm not finding any notes about it. Thou shalt not pass. Okay, sure, if you really want to. Intuition, judgment, courage, brio. None of those are ones we want. Oh, okay. I guess I gotta fight. It's not like there's a bunch of traps around here either, guys. How do I want to do this? I can get... There's another guy over here. I can get 3 out of the 4. At least started with this.
Glory is mine.
Why did you pull that lever? And why did you tell me that that's what you were doing? Go. That should blow up instantaneously. That certainly should not just sit on top of it's filled with oil and it's just happily sitting on top. They just resurrected that guy too.
Another one. How many more can there be?
I'm gonna smack that guy since darn, it didn't bounce. Tentacle.
They just keep coming. Look around. There's got to be a way to make them stop.
Probably we have to finish the puzzle, honestly. Discretion. I'm gonna give everybody wings. Because the puppeteer told us, or the puppeteer is the guy who made these. And he helped to build this whole place. So I think they are supposed to be here. New meaning to we didn't start the fire. That's pretty true. That's harmony, empathy, fearlessness. Brio is not the right one. Looking for a P. And I'm gonna need to be able to keep track of which ones I've pulled too.
Moving to involuntary death assistant.
Moving to involuntary death assistant.
Moving to bovine empathy.
Bovine empathy simulator? What? What are you guys saying? Stop pulling all the levers.
Moving to reinforcement deploy.
Where'd the cows come? What? He wasn't kidding. He actually summoned cows.
Moving to corporeal transposition engine.
May you suggest pen and paper? Well, I don't have any laying next to me at the moment, but I will figure it out. He summoned cows, and actually one of the sets of cows has wings.
Combat in progress.
Okay, you guys need to not talk constantly. Why are the cows on acid also? Like, not on acid, but why are they covered in acid is what I mean. Oh, where are the cows? Oh, crap. That's why the cows have wings. Where are the cows? And it means I can't really do that much. Oh, boy. How long am I a cow? Another turn. Stop pulling levers.
Move it to corporeal transposition engine.
I'm pretty sure that this was the room that I needed to spell power.
Corporeal.
Oh my god.
Reinforcement deployed.
This is gonna be tough. Not so much to find the right levers, just because there's so much going on.
Moving to corporeal transposition engine. Corporeal transposition imminent.
Stop moving my cows.
Moving to reinforcement deployed.
Leave my cows alone. Well, at least I'm not a cow anymore, I guess. Not that there's anything I can do. Orifice manipulator. That's not something I want to find out about. I assume I'm going to, though.
Orifice manipulator moving to corporeal transposition engine. Corporeal transposition imminent.
When am I ever going to get a chance to do anything? I know you were talking there for a second, Sebille, but like I didn't hear anything you were saying. Okay, so I do need to try to kill these guys just to stop them from doing stuff. Involuntary death assistant. That also sounds like something I don't want.
Moving to bovine
I'm gonna be a cow again. I gotta find the right ones.
Moving to reinforcement deployed. Moving to noxious atmosphere enabler.
I agree with the cows. Can it be my turn yet?
Atmosphere enabler.
I might not survive this.
Combat in progress. Seeking damage opportunities.
Still don't know why that barrel hasn't blown up. Can I throw a lever? Can I like pull them? Yes.
Damage opportunities.
But if it's ever my turn. I can't pull them while I'm a cow. Can I throw stuff at them and trigger them? I don't think so. Right now I'm just gonna use this opportunity to try to look at things. I don't know what that one is. So there's O. So I found O. Graduating's a lot of work. I can imagine. Actually, I don't need to imagine, I guess. I guess I've done that before, haven't I? Maybe this is not the room that I'm thinking of. Let me Yeah, okay. Pull the 5 levers whose initials spell the word power. Our warned us against pulling the others. We came to a large chamber filled with levers and hostile source puppets. Am I missing an area of levers? And I'm assuming I have to pull them in order. That might not be true. That's kind of what I'm assuming. I kind of feel like I do kind of need a map. Okay, so these are all these levers. Oh, there's W. I need P to start, though. I don't know what that lever right there and that lever right there are. A potency. Okay. This is the one that I need to start. If I pull just any lever, it probably is gonna kill me. He is here. I just couldn't see it. So I can only, so I have to hold down the Alt key to be able to see the names for things. And I can only see the ones that are actually within the sight range of the character who I'm controlling.
Combat in progress. Seeking damage opportunities.
So now that I have a better idea of where things are, if I do die in this combat, might have a better chance the next time around.
Combat in progress. Seeking damage opportunities.
Yeah, I know there's a delay in chat. I'm just explaining my reasoning for why I think I need to pull them in order and why I'm not going to pull any of the others.
Combat in progress.
It's really sucks to be a cow.
Combat in
Oh, about 40 seconds for you? That's quite a delay. You might want to try refreshing, actually. So I don't think... Yeah, this guy can't pull levers. I'm gonna just save his turn. I can't. He's at the end of the turn order. You taste...
combat in progress. Seeking damage opportunities.
You're on iPad. I assume you're on the app then. Restarting the app or just like closing the video and then going back into it might fix it. I don't know though, because there might just be some amount of delay inherent in the iPad. I don't know how well the app and everything works. Were any of these levers up here ones I needed? O, W, E, R. I just know where P, O, and W are. I don't know where R and E are. I hate the word R at the moment. iPads and iPhones are usually just further behind than a computer. Ah, darn it. You don't want to let Belle in line in front of you. So what's gonna be my best move here then? As Beast. Probably to clear this. Yeah, probably just to clear that area. Make it safer to walk. And then probably uncanny evasion to make myself harder to hit.
Combat in progress.
I'm certainly taking a lot of damage.
Damage opportunities.
I kind of hope that they don't turn me into a cow again. Not a potion of... I don't need a potion of vitality. I need a health potion.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Is that at me or the puppets? Oh yeah, I got a lot of AP. So I'm gonna put that there. It's gonna help kill the puppets. Get over here. And hopefully be able to pull P. Well, yes, it did something.
I could feel it.
That's why I pulled it. There's a lot of damage being done. As far as I know, our mother is not a hamster. That's true. Maybe that potion will have done a little bit more. Yeah, that helped a little bit more. I just have so much health
Combat in progress.
that the potions aren't really doing that much. Please don't hurt Lohse, because I need her. You can take our source points. That's fine. I think I really have to prioritize movement. Oh, there's zeal. So I can get over here to wisdom, though. Since wisdom is going to be W. And then maybe I can take care of a puppet if there's one in range. If not, I can at least make this fire not cursed. Scrolls. Since I don't want to move Lohse, move anybody right now. Okay. So I can at least help with that. Hey Sharonelle, welcome to the stream. You were greeted by fire. I'm kind of happy I've been saving all this stuff now. I don't have anything to shoot an arrow with. I don't want to do a grenade that like hurts people. I don't want to teleport either. Let's just do Armor of Frost. And get some armor up on her. And then I can also summon my Bone Widow Spider. To hopefully distract these guys a little bit. Oh, there's E. Okay, so now what I need to keep an eye out for is R. So O's over there. Over in that direction, on the right-hand side of the screen. W is here, E is there, and now I'll need to find R. This is going to be the last thing.
Combat in progress. Seeking damage.
Thanks for not turning me into a cow anymore. Bone Widow cow. Hopefully not. I'm sick of being a cow. Okay, Lohse, I need you to move. You have a ton of AP in this fight. You should have wings, but you're missing. You don't have wings anymore. It's been too many turns. Okay, let's see what sort of range that has. So if I move here, I might be able to heal a lot of people. So, first things first. Healing ritual. Okay, great. That worked how I wanted it to. You can't wait. Steam Lance, I don't have the source points for. I might be able to take out this guy, though. And then I'm actually going to move back to here because I want her to be ready to pull that lever. Incarnate can't pull any levers. So he's just going to focus on taking out bad guys.
Moving to
The bad guys, I think, can still revive, and they're gonna transport one of my people now. But killing them means that they have less turns and are less likely to pull lever. I hate that he can move quite so far.
Combat in progress. Seeking damage opportunity.
Stop. Leave Lohse alone. Leave Ifan alone, too.
Combat in progress.
How many more could there be? Infinite numbers.
Another one.
Stop saying that. So many is the answer. Okay, O is all the freaking way over here. It's gonna take me my whole turn to get over there. I'm not even gonna have a chance to pull it.
Seeking damage opportunities.
Why are you going to kill Beast? Beast is gonna die this turn, probably. I can't do anything there. But I can't kill this guy. I don't want to move. Sebille. I can do that. And I can pull some more armor on myself.
Prepare yourself.
Yeah. That's gonna be it for that. There's no one to them. Yeah, you're right. I've noticed that. Let's do wings. Because it means that I float off the ground when I move. So we'll be ready to pull that. We're gonna do this summon inner demon. Because it does give me an ability that, this demonic tutelage means that any enemies who come by, within a certain range for 3 turns, get damaged just by being near me. Incarnate, I know you can't move all the way. But you gotta be ready to intercept that guy, hopefully. Involuntary death assistant. I don't like that lever. Darn it! I didn't want you to be able to pull that.
Moving to Arceus manipulator.
Those are terrible names for levers.
Moving to reinforcement deployed.
Yeah, see, he got damaged by the demon just by coming nearby. So the Bone Widow, it's not considered to be in combat anymore. Darn it. Neither is Sebille. No, Sebille, come back. Damn it. Sometimes the game really frustrates me. Posture check. I'm already sitting up straight because the cat's laying behind me. And a hydrate. Okay, I'll take you up on that one. Another one. Spending all your points, huh? Give treats to my pet. Wow, you really are. Jasper, come here. Come here. Come on. Hey, say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody. The chat loves you. There you go. Yeah, see? The chat loves you. You love the chat? Speak. 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 There you go. Nah, you still have enough for a reverse. That's where the P went. What can Beast do? Pressure spike. Oh, he's immune to air damage. Oh, that makes Beast practically useless. I think the game's glitched. Ifan died. Damn it. I need Ifan to be alive. He's my O. Beast, you're glitched. Oh my god. Sebille, you're the one with the most health. You get to be transported. Since transporting does kind of take some of your health. I'm just gonna ignore that for now. Beast is seeing his life flash before his eyes. You know, you might not be wrong there. Air damage is not what I want. Charming arrow is not a thing that's gonna help me. Terror grenade might be though. I can't do grenades apparently. I don't have enough AP. I need 2 AP and I don't have that much. Well. They're all out of range of that too. Beast, there's nothing you can do.
Moving to rapid descent cranial disruptor. Another one.
Don't worry about it. Just get over to O. Okay, cool. You got over to O. Now you can revive Ifan. So that he can go over to W. Well, one of you can go over to W. I still gotta find R. No, come back. Darn thing. Let me do this. Oh, I don't have enough AP for that. I need 3 AP for that. I'm gonna do Flesh Sacrifice to give myself another AP. Not because it'll help me revive Ifan, but because I might be able to get over to the next spot. Next turn with that. If I take out this guy. Please don't. You don't need any reinforcements. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna save. Oh, that's just opening up the menu fixed that. No, it didn't. That's really weird. Steal it from a corpse. I thought I wasn't allowed to steal from corpses.
Moving to not just atmosphere enabled. Not just atmosphere enabled. Moving to rapid descent cranial disruptor.
Stop. With the levers.
It just keeps coming.
Oh,
Look
Lohse,
around.
you're right
There's got
over
to be
here
a
by
way to make
W.
them stop.
I'm pretty sure. That's E. Ah, here's W. Thank you. Okay. So we got W. She can do E. Now we have to keep an eye out for R. We need to bring Ifan back. We need to heal up Beast. I'll have to bring back a Beast back. Let me re-say that.
Combat in progress. Seeking damage opportunity.
You guys are awful. And Cat, you're taking up a lot of room on this chair. Is that Death Fog?
Just keep coming.
Oh, Death Fog is real bad for me. P-O-W. We have E lined up. We need R. Just walk through fire and poison. I mean, I'm happy to walk through fire and poison. I can't walk through that. That is something that will kill me. 100%. I don't want to walk into those guys, though. I am going to summon the Bone Widow Spider. Like there. I am going to fly. I'm looking for R. Righteousness. Okay, so I know where E and R are. I'm gonna do this to heal this, or to bless that. Jasper, what about him? Oh, was he in the camera? The glitch left? Oh, the glitch. Oh, yeah, because Beast is dead. This spider can walk into that stuff, though. Which is nice. Okay, cool. You can attack that guy as much as you guys want. I'm cool with that.
They just keep coming. Look around. There's got to be a way to make them stop. It worked.
Right.
I hear gears.
Wings. Death cures all glitches, apparently. That's very true. No! Ah! We're cows for 2 turns. And cows can't use levers or spells. At least I turned this into a healing fire. So Sebille should be able to survive. Because she's also got, like, you know, 10,000 health. Hey, Shadow. Welcome to the stream. We are in quite a situation. The cat, just to show you guys what the cat's doing at the moment, if I can. Oh, she just slipped out of the seat. Okay, the chair's my own now. You just saw the notification. No, no more death fog, please. No more death fog. How can you move so far? You have tiny stubby legs. Oh, jeez. Yeah, which cow am I at right now? I'm not a cow right now. Yeah, the notifications sometimes are pretty delayed. You missed a puzzle, which was not the easiest puzzle in the world, but we got through it. And now we're in kind of another puzzle, but also a puzzle with combat where they can turn me into cows. Which I don't actually appreciate at all. Good, I'm glad you guys take the spike damage too. Moo. Yeah, we're hearing a lot of that. And while it was a piece of cake. Just... We solved a fiendishly difficult puzzle. It's not just me, the characters agree.
Moving to corporeal transposition engine.
But yeah, these guys keep pulling levers that keep doing really nasty things to me, including turning me into a cow. But I need to not be a cow in order to pull this lever. I only need to pull one more lever. Oh, good. I'm not a cow anymore. Oh, but they teleported me. Please don't turn me into a cow again.
Combat in progress.
Lohse is dead. Sebille's the only one left. She is my tank, so she might be okay. I think when the levers are pulled that they should stop. They should leave me alone. They're attacking each other now. Lohse should be able to survive this and even theoretically kill them off. Yes, I do think pulling the lever is going to make a big difference. Darn it, I might not be able to get there. No. I do have full AP. So I just might. I do think it's going to make a big difference. It might even just end combat. Yep.
Good night, Papa.
Yeah, okay, so that at least ended combat. And clears all of the effects. Except for the frickin' death fog. Ifan, you're alive. Come here. Beast, you're alive as well. There's a reason that having a tank is a really nice thing. Fudge, you were awaiting death. Not today. We were close, though. Sebille is just real hard to kill. They didn't actually ever get her armor down. She never actually took any damage to her health points. So that was nice. We have a lot of bodies to move. We will not be pulling any other levers. If I knew which lever turned me into a cow, I might just for fun. But I do not. Nailed it. Yep, we did. We managed it. We nailed it. That was real hard, though. Just finding the levers, I think, was the hardest part, honestly.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberry.
Oh, okay. Save again. Just, you know, because I'm not willing to risk otherwise.
The truth hangs heavy upon the air itself, unspoken. This is
the end of the game.
No return. Somewhere beyond this point, you shall be undone, or you shall ascend. There is no
We're ready.
middle ground.
We're doing it. This is what we prepared for. Piece of cake. The death room should have done a better job with that whole death thing. Yeah. Yeah, well. It tried hard.
Interesting. Quercus, what do you make?
We're gonna have last conversations with people.
Goodness. Here we are, Quercus. This is it. What do you mean, Quercus? Of course I'm prepared. I have my noble steed below me, and my
No,
trusted
really.
shield beside me. What more could I need?
You want a piece of cake? I want cake too.
His whiskers crack into a mischievous smile.
And I may have cracked the spell that will stop the great acorn in its furious tracks, if that's what you mean. That's right, Quercus. We've done it!
Sir Laura turns to you, his beady eyes shining with pride.
I owe you an apology, Shield. At the start of our journey, I wouldn't have believed an elf would lead me to the discovery that would save us all.
Oh, where is that? There it is. There's some cake for you, Casca.
But I see now that my prejudice was foolish. Without you, Quercus and I might still permanently stuck.
The only one of you who should
Abominable
become
prison.
divine is Sir Laura and Quercus.
Now here I am. Here we are. On the brink of saving the world.
I'm impressed that you cracked the spell. Shouldn't you use it now?
Indeed, Quercus and I will find an advantageous location and do just that. Meanwhile, you must prevent the servants of the
Purple
Acorn from
frosting
interrupting us.
colors your teeth.
Sir Laura takes a slow, deep breath and lets it out in a rush.
You feel it, don't you? It's so still. But there's something behind it, too, like a thunderclap waiting to fall. The great acorn is nearly here. Its servants are poised for impact. We've known this moment would come. Now it is time to put my research
Is he
to the
talking about a
test.
comet? Or like a meteor?
I am ready. Quercus is ready.
Sure.
And you, Shield?
Sir Laura nods in return and grabs your pinky with his tiny paw. He gives it a decisive shake, then salutes.
No matter what happens next, Shield, there's something Quercus and I want you to know. It has been an honor. Now, onward!
Oh, bye, Sir Laura. I'll see you in a minute. Oh, they don't want to have conversations. Darn it.
This is no time for idle chit-chat.
What? Just, oh.
You come here often. I don't know what you did, but you just released a source flood. I thought I'd come and see what all the fuss was about. Should have known you were getting yourself into trouble. Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you.
Okay, thank you.
think
Even
you
though I
need
could
it.
point out that you've done, you know, things. Dogs don't go to heaven. What do you mean? Dogs definitely go to heaven.
Don't underestimate the power of true prayer. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer holds the weight of thousands. Your heart and soul will fill as quickly as they're drained. Consider it a taste of your divine future. The people will pray for you. In turn, they'll trust you to do right by them, as I'm trusting you to do now. Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. I know how I'd respond, but...
Oh, you'd be a good person,
you do
too.
you.
Melody wearily chuckles to herself, then bows her head in a show of unexpected but sincere reverence.
Looks like my investments paid off after all.
You've shown me kindness in the face of my sins. My worship
Power.
is the least I can offer.
I've always preferred to be the one reaping the attention, but you've turned the tables. I suppose it's only right, seeing as how a new divinity may stand before me.
Now go. Rivellon needs a new
Now will you
design.
guys talk to me? Darn it.
This is no time for
Oh,
idle chit-chat.
they're going to be refilling our source as fast as we can use it. Oh, that's intense. Okay, I'm saving here again. I think we're about to be in a real big fight. I thought that fight was hard. This one might be worse.
Sebille.
Oh, Lucian the Divine
God,
is
Logan.
sort of somewhat alive.
Dallas told me about you. You must be as hard as diamonds, and twice as
Wow,
blessed
he's
to
really
have come
he's
so far.
really filled with a lot of source. You're supposed to be dead, and I'm
welcome
supposed to be
you.
divine now. Revered. You feel the power of your allies praying to you. Their devotion is providing you with infinite source. Things cost no source anymore.
The divine you thought dead lords
Oh,
over the chamber
Dallas?
from a granite throne. He moves to speak, but it's Regan's
He's
voice
Brachus
that
Rex.
next
Freedom
pierces
is
the air.
Brachus Rex.
What a twist.
Lucian frowns at Friedemann, then bestows a benevolent smile upon you. All that you know of him flashes across the panorama of your mind.
Yeah, Afon's not gonna be very happy.
You betrayed me. You used me to bring death to my own people. And for what? To make the world a better place? Look around.
My friend, you betrayed him, you lied to him, you talked him into taking a bomb full of death fog, which instantly kills people, into a forest that murdered out, like, essentially all elves. I think your definition of friend
There were many
needs more.
sacrifices that had to be made. You were but one. Each of them pain me, but I would make them all again.
Lucian, we should tell
Sounds like a normal thing for friends to do to me. I don't like you, Dallas. Why? I feel like they're all of a sudden going to tell me something that's going to make me reevaluate everything and be like, oh, but Dallas, you're so great. I don't want them to, though.
Yes, I agree.
Unless he's the freaking God King.
Dallas nods. Then
you're undead.
The sides of her head. Where there was one face, suddenly there are four.
No.
He takes off the mask of the shapeshifter. A skull is revealed, bejeweled and ancient as the void.
I am.
No.
Eternal.
Aren't they just
Remark this clarifies very little to me in an explanation. Yeah.
Fear not, Godwoken. Dallas is on the side of all that is good. She is helping me rid Rivellon of the influence of the Source.
Look at all the Source around you.
I shall tell you the tale as I told it to Lucian. Long ago, the scholar Fane discovered that the veil between the world and the void was made of Source. Our 7
Fane
lords
being one of the other
desired
characters
this
that we
power.
can actually play.
Of course.
Silence, slave. Our king forbade the 7 to reach for this power, but they didn't listen. Instead, they rebelled and sent the king and his people.
So the king, I'm assuming, is the Source king that we've been fighting this whole time.
With the Source they stole from the Veil. The 7 created the races so
Why
they
would the
have
7
worshippers.
lords need worshippers?
During their lives, worshippers collect Source. When they die, the gods feed from them. It's an ingenious system.
Our souls are nothing but
We
vats
killed the
for
gods, though.
source-hungry
They're dead
gods.
already.
The 7 made a mistake. By taking its source, they tore a hole in the veil, and it is through this hole that the void finds its way into our world.
The 7's lust for power let in the void. Our goal is to close the hole they created. To restore
It kind of
the
sounds
source
like a
to
good
the
goal,
veil.
but the way that you guys have gone about it, I don't really agree with it.
When we are done, there shall be no more source in the world. Rivellon will be finally free from the gods that enslaved them.
Do you really seek the greater good?
He hesitates, then he swallows his pride.
Here is the truth. I have killed thousands, perhaps millions, for the greater good. But I made a mistake. It was my use of death fog that opened the door to the God King. It upset the veil and took the 7 by surprise.
Yep. That's kind of what I thought.
My one mistake meant all those sacrifices were for naught. Those sacrifices must have meaning. They must stop the void.
Wouldn't
once
closing the
and
hole
for all.
doom the king and the people to endless void?
My people cannot be allowed to return from the void. They are tarnished. They are void-woken. They can only bring chaos and death and...
There is more, but she hesitates to share it. Then she decides that she must.
I was a child when the God King tore my family apart. I was purged of source and left to rot in a putrid tomb. A child. It was hell. A hell I suffered for the sins of my father. He was the one that betrayed the God King. He was the one that told
Okay,
the Seven
but
the
was he
secrets
referred
of
to
the
as the
Veil.
God King before all of this happened?
The cruel joke of it all is that the same tomb that housed my tortured body is what sheltered me from the void. Few Eternals escaped that fate. Myself, my mother, and my father.
Oh, crap.
The scholar, Fane.
Wow. Fane's probably got a real complex story then.
But now I finally have revenge. Revenge on the Seven and the God King. Revenge for what they took from me. My life. My people. My mother.
The hammer's voice falters and her coolness vanishes. Every crack and rasp betrays her grief. But her next words burn not with sadness.
Number one, I killed Fane. And number two, Fane also like started working for the God King.
He never even looked for me. He
I don't
never
think that's actually
even
true.
looked for her.
Dallas, control yourself. Our purpose transcends.
Oh, now I
your
kind of want to play
personal
Fane.
wounds.
Yes. You are right.
Dallas's reasons weren't mine to question. All that ever mattered to me was peace. Peace for Rivellon. Peace for me, whatever the means. And now...
What happened to the real Dallas?
She sacrificed herself for the betterment of Rivellon. She didn't do it willingly, mind you.
Oh.
Curiosity led her to the tomb. My hunger for source took care of the rest. I presume her bones remained there. And then I took her place. Face rippers are such marvels, aren't they? It didn't take long to realize that Lucian was the key to my vengeance, and I was the key to the salvation
you picked
of
Fane as your
Rivellon.
partner in our joined one. Now we just need me to choose the Lizard Prince. Yeah, we might have to do that. Lucian wants peace. Ask how they're... Yeah, she seems really driven by vengeance. How were your actions meant to achieve peace?
While Dallas sought the Aetheran, I started draining the gods of their source.
Oh, shut up. Rack is wrecked. Oh, there's source coming out this way.
One more word from you,
Wow.
and I shall
What is
use
happening
the
to all
leash.
this source?
I had to hide from the gods. So I had the walls of this crypt equipped with tenebrium and protections put in place. It worked. Everyone,
Oh,
even
so
the
you weren't
gods,
ever dead.
thought me
Slurp,
dead.
slurp, slurp. Belle likes that line.
As divine, I was created, empowered to stop the void.
It's a
I
lot
was
of
the
talking.
avatar of the Seven, their strength and their weakness. My bond to them allowed me to drain them of their source.
Suggest that stealing the source of the Seven weakened the gods and allowed the Voidwoken to appear.
Yes, in a sense. When the death fog was unleashed, many elves died. With fewer elves to worship him, Tias and Dilius weakened. This gave the God King his first
You
real
don't sound at
foothold back in the
all
world.
sad about that. And that bothers me. She doesn't sound like she regrets that in any way, shape, or form.
To strengthen himself, he sent his Voidwoken, the remnants of my people, to hunt down the sorcerers seeking to reclaim their source.
The Voidwoken. Disgusting things. They ravaged the land they touched and infected the air they breathed. They were also an incredible stroke of luck. You see, blaming the sorcerers for Voidwoken made them easier to capture.
The Aeterran now contains almost all of the source the Seven stole.
You
Soon,
tortured
we will be
people.
able to heal the
You
veil.
turned them into geists, these guys over here, by sucking out their source. You split up families and you murdered people.
The void shall be banished, and I, Lucian the Divine, shall return from the dead. A false divine, of course. I shall have no power, but the world will not know this. I shall demand peace.
I don't think
and
that their
we
goal
shall
of like
have it.
fixing the veil is necessarily bad, but I think they really went about it the wrong way.
The plan is almost complete.
We have made so many sacrifices, Godwoken. All of us. Of ourselves and those we love. One last sacrifice is required. For the future of Rivellon, you must
What's my point?
Your
There's got to be a
source.
better way to do it. I mean, if your logic is that you're gonna save the entire world by, you know, fixing this veil, it doesn't remain internally logical to then just fuck over the world while you're doing it.
Decide. Be the true hero and give up your source, or be forced to
I'm also
submit
just not entirely
like a
certain that they're
coward,
right on how to
like
fix
a
it.
slave.
You know, they've sacrificed a lot with this idea of fixing it when we're not even sure that it is a thing that can be fixed or that this is actually the way to fix it. I mean, the God King's already here. I think he's gonna have something to say when they try to fix the veil.
There is no other way. The source of the world is required to close the veil. All of the source. We only lack
Note that giving up one's source renders one a silent monk, a husk of oneself, a non-being.
As I say, one last sacrifice is required.
I think if I choose to sacrifice, I will not actually get to fight them. If the game would let me sacrifice it. Lucian's massacre of the masters and students at the academy wasn't really done to aid Alexander.
We already had more than enough Godwoken.
another sacrifice I was forced to make.
This plan means that there shall be no
I was as kind as I could be.
Your plan means that there shall be no true divine.
Good. You understand.
The world shall not know this. I shall return from the grave, a divine without power, yet all who desire power shall fear me. I shall carry the secret of my lack of divinity. Peace shall reign.
I want to save. Hurry along. Enough talk.
More than enough. Far more. I will suffer him to live no longer.
Ifan unsheaths his weapon. He stands by your side with every muscle tensed, like a coiled spring. Fire blazes in his eyes as he looks to you for support.
So this looks like it's the actual choice dialogue. The options are: the wolf is hungry, he has waited a long time for this, allow Ifan his revenge. Or tell Ifan that the minor squabbles of men cannot take precedence when the universe is at stake. He cannot have his revenge. I'm going to allow him to have his revenge.
Ifan nods his thanks.
I don't think he's going to be able to
away
kill him,
just
though.
as you see the emotion rising in his eyes. Then, the coiled spring snaps, and he pounces upon Lucian like savagery incarnate.
Yeah, no, it's going to make us do combat, so. I wanted to address the fact that Vredeman was Brachus Rex, but... Good music. So he blessed a bunch of people. Revenge, my name is Ifan. You killed the world. Princess Bride, prepare to die. Oh, he's gone. All the other sound is very muted. It's interesting. Hey Gork, welcome to the stream. We're at the end. You came at a good time. We're fighting everybody. Vredeman, who is Brachus Rex, and Dallas. And I guess at some point Lucian the Divine. How are you doing today? How's your Wednesday? Or I suppose it might be Thursday for you. Oh boy, I do a lot of damage. Oh yeah, there's Lucian rings right there. Got a piece of cake on your mind thinking of forks. You have the really evil urge to make me flip my keyboard. Okay, so one guy's done. Casca says no. I feel like Brachus Rex cannot be the most powerful guy out of all of this. But I also kind of feel like if I gave up my source, something really bad was gonna happen. Too. No, don't go get yourself source. Okay, you're just hiding in a corner. Lucian's hiding in a corner, guys. It's 5:30 on your side and you're not happy with the dog waking you up. Ouch. That's rough. Like, you die. Oh, if I give up my source. Yeah, I more mean like I would give up my source, I'd no longer have any power, and then like the Aetheran, Brachus Rex would get a hold of it and give it to the Source King or something. It'd somehow get interrupted and not end up the way that it was like ideally supposed to. That's just a guess, though. The other thing is, if people are curious enough when we finish the game, I can always reload and make that decision a different way and see what would happen. Brachus Rex is a penis-flavored lollipop. Don't give him nothing. I mean, he didn't specifically ask for anything. I was just guessing that that's what would happen. I don't know though, since this is my first time almost finishing the game, since I'm not quite done yet. Lucian the Divine's gonna get himself killed by a spider. An undead spider, nonetheless. Hey, Sharonelle.
Are you
Oh.
feeling poorly, Dallas? Good.
I should have killed him first.
You shall not seal the veil. And
Uh-oh.
now it is time. I call on the God King. Come, claim what is yours.
How? What?
Darn it, I should have killed him first. You're gonna lurk and play some games in an attempt to go back to sleep. Cool. Well, hopefully we'll see you in a while. Have fun with your games, and I hope you two get a chance to get back to sleep.
Friedman cackles in delight at this turn of events. His unbridled glee slithers into your veins and throttles your heart.
You left the leashing wand next to me, you stupid maggot. So accustomed had you become
He
to
wasn't
me
even
pretending to be
like chained in the first place. He would have, if I had just handed over things, he would have just done this earlier. Yes, I agree.
Kill him!
Do shut up, you tedious buffoon. And don't look so surprised. As if I would allow that bone-bag Dallas to enslave me. Me?
Dallas, you thought mere magic can contain an evil this tremendous? Gasca joining the heist with 12 opals.
Too late, you moldering, blight-stained pigs. Grant me power, my ally. God King, I call on you.
Hold on, I gotta make sure I have the right necklace on. I do. Okay. I have the highest persuasion I could have. I still might fail this though, because there's some things that you can't succeed on. Tell Brackus to shut his goddamned mouth.
You dare interrupt Brackus Rex? How novel. Who are you to challenge
I am the
Source
one,
King?
the champion of the arenas, the greatest warrior the world has ever known. Or, I am the champion of elves and dwarves, and you will listen to me. I am a godwoken with a claim on divinity. You are but an upstart, a relic, a pebble on the path. I shall put the great sorcerer king back in his box. I'm gonna choose this one just because I like it. Hey, I was quoting my own character.
You are the fetid dirt on my boot. You are nothing at all. I am the Source King.
Some of my
I
characters
shall
are actually
rule.
kind of dead at the moment. Ooh. Oh, this is different. I have a weapon to kill you.
The God King hears my call. He sends a companion worthy of my power.
Oh.
To your father, my pretty thing.
We fought him earlier. Come to your father, my pretty thing. Come to the Source King. Oh, the Kraken. Isbel. The Salaman. Lord Kem. So all those people that we fought and killed are back. Oh, this is gonna be tough. It's the lizardy Kraken again. Yeah. Sharonelle will give 50 opals to Belle. Well then. I can't really get close enough to do anything to anybody with this. Lucian the Divine's dead. Lucian the Divine just kind of... Yes, that is appropriate right now. Oh, Sharonell with the Kraken being right back here. Okay, my first priority is going to be healing up my characters as much as possible. She's poisoning him because poison heals on dead characters. Actually, he's not undead, so I'm actually not entirely certain what she's doing. She's doing some weird stuff, actually. Sebille doesn't really... Hello, Shadow. Okay, so Sebille, where are you actually at? You're over here. So we can probably hit the Salaman. Yeah, and do a good bit of damage to him. And then get a little closer to this guy.
Glory is mine.
Do I have anything that I can use for like one? No, I don't think so. We are going to be able to kill Gracchus Rex. This is a thing that will happen. You might stream soon. Well, we might be done soon. We'll have to see. Oh, dimensional dive. Kraken moves. Ooh, that really hurts. And he's gonna move again. I mean, that's super cool looking. So I really... No, please don't. Please don't get Lohse. Please focus on the spider. No! Okay, good. Miss again. Darn it. Okay, I should have enough stuff to revive people with. That shouldn't be a problem. The problem is whether I'm gonna get a chance to revive people. Okay, so I need to put some of my resurrection scrolls down here. And I need then to get close enough to use them. Lohse is going to be my priority. Since she is since she's my healer. And I might be able to heal her up just a little bit. You're trying to see if you can beat Shadow and Opals. I might lose this fight. Ooh, can I go for it? Probably the Salaman. Yeah, I know, Lohse, but you also have decaying on you, which means anything I do to heal you actually hurts you. and now you're silenced. Can you still do source magic? No. Crap. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably approach this fight a different way now that I know it goes this way. I can't do any scrolls or anything because I'm muted. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll fight it out as long as we can. Even though I think we're kind of done for. Yeah. Ouch. Okay. Bellissima, I believe you get the chance to add to the death counter. And you might get the chance a couple more times. $20 deaths.
More than it.
Ifan unsheaths Ifan.
Okay, so I'd like to focus Brachus Rex, also known as Rademan. Even though I'm kind of thinking that if I do manage to get him low, he's just gonna kind of pull the same stunt and then heal himself up. Well, that was a buzzkill. How is that a buzzkill? I mean, it was a tough fight. I'm glad that the final fight is not too easy. Kind of feels like a dream. With the music really loud and everything else really quiet. Let's put down a lightning surface, maybe. So water first. And then some lightning. Hopefully that'll last a little bit. Yeah, 2 turns. Oh, that just hit Dallas. I don't want to hit Dallas, though. Winter Blast. Okay, so his magic armor's down. So that's good. Don't curse me, dude. Dallas, you need to stay alive. But so do all my characters. Ouch. Lucian really smacks for some damage. You guys are just gonna steal my swords from me. It just gets refreshed. Wow, you guys have such long turns. They can all die so you can up the death count again? No. Incarnate. And then, I only have 1 AP. I don't think I have anything that's... I do have a skull, that's... I'm trying this, but this also might not be the right way to go about this either. Path is interrupted. Oh, right there. Yes. Yes. Totems to the Necromancer. I would like to hit him, but I can't. Do flash sacrifice. And, no. Oh, I can do the tentacle on him. Nice. Okay, Lohse, I need it to be your turn. Set himself on fire, and then he moved in such a way that I got an attack on him. Ah, Lohse, I needed you to not die. Please stop attacking me. Vredeman's gonna get you, Lucian. So maybe the best thing to do is focus Dallas so that she goes down, so that he turns, and so everybody else is still alive to help me fight him. Oh. Aha! I killed him! Can I heal everybody else now real fast? Not enough action points. Okay, then. Need to get somewhere relatively safe, then. Since I'm the harder to kill character, anyway. Yeah, you can attack the totems. That's fine. Vredeman might just come back to life, too. In which case, I might choose to reload. I gotta try to play the tactics, but I'm not guaranteed that they are gonna work out the way that I want them to. Yeah, I need Lohse. And then I'm gonna do the Bone Widow Spider. Lohse is my healer. So hopefully if she can just survive for a little bit. Oh, they're gonna kill her. Sebille, you think you can kill them all? Without resurrecting any of your friends? You're not really a damage dealer. You're just a tank. That destroys that. Clay skin is not the thing that I want to try. Okay, that's not what I thought I had. I'm gonna have to do living on the edge in a little bit here if I'm not careful. Living on the edge will prevent me from dying. Okay, so Dallas is down and Brademan did not come back. So that might have been the right call. Now the question is just whether I can survive. Is Lucian dead? I think he is. I think it's just this Geist and that archer guy up there. It's the first time I've ever used the spider to actually consume anybody. Yeah, it's just this one guy. Oh, woman. At least I hope. Watch me do this, and then Brademan's like, "Ah, you killed everybody for me. The God King has risen me, or has raised me from the dead." Isn't he a wonderful dude? No, I don't like erratic wisps.
Lucian struggles to rise, but the weight of his own pain leaves him to gravity's mercy.
My time is done. But your source burns so bright I'm all but blinded by it. Be wise and true, Godwoken. I am no hero, but wisdom and truth. These are values I always believed.
Okay, a second ago you were all about killing me.
Dallas groans in pain.
I have failed. The future of all that is rests on your shoulders.
This is
Am I Rudolph?
I can hardly believe it.
She
We're all
casts her
alive now.
gaze around the crypt in awe.
After everything we've been through, after everything we've seen, here we are. Here
There's gotta be another fight.
And now that I see godhood,
What do you mean you know what you have to do?
I know what I have to do. Chief.
Yay!
You need to ascend. There's no one I would trust with this responsibility but you. I know you'll do what needs to be done, what ought to be done. And I know...
I will do my best and I'll
with
pay
style.
special attention to the scourge of demons plaguing the world too.
They'll never know what hit them. Now go on, shoo.
You've got business to attend to.
So here we are. The end of it all.
Ifan reaches out to hold your hand.
Nobody I'd rather see this whole thing through with. I trust you.
I trust
your
you too,
judgment.
Ifan. I apparently
Ifan
shine like
smiles
nothing
and
else. Yeah,
kisses you on the
apparently.
cheek.
Well then, let's do this. Together.
Ifan keeps your hand held tight in his own as you stride, one damned intimidating pair, to what awaits.
I was wrong. About power, I mean. I was always kidding myself that I could only help my people if I were free. Lead them by example, you know. Thing is, I can never be free. So I must choose the dwarven
No, don't
people's
say that you want to
liberty
become...
in exchange for my own. I know you'll have my back when I return to them.
Okay, cool.
Just like I've got yours.
Bow deeply and promise I will choose wisely as befits his people.
Beast bows in return. There's no denying the glint in his eye. Whatever the future holds, he is game for it. After all that you have been through, and all that you have
now
done,
I'm sitting there.
all that you have become, the Aetheran lies in front of you. Divinity is yours to take. Or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own fate, and the future of the world. What shall you do with divinity?
This is something I do want to see the other endings. I do want to see the other endings, so I'm saving. But I'm going to become the new divine. That's my first choice. It's what I want to do. Yay! Wow.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own.
So that's why
ill-fated
she's the narrator.
attempt to rid the world of the godwoman. A new divine rose, a true heir to the Seven, more powerful than ever, and united Rivellon in its battle against the void. All across the realm, she was loved, worshipped, and adored. Humans, lizards, elves, and dwarves all rallied to her banner. The great allegiance stood once more, but the war continued. From the depths of the void, the God King still sought to return. As for me, my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the God woke and claimed divinity. An eternity of pain and suffering is mine. I cling now to the dream that one day the veil will be sealed, that one day I can be freed, that one day a new God woken will rise.
That didn't end terribly for her, or didn't end well for her. I shine now. I am assuming that's because I'm divine. I'm assuming that's a thing that I get now. That's just the end. There's gotta be more. A new divine ascended. Another save. Let's go talk to people. Hey, Malady.
Malady stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling off her mask. From here she looks almost angelic.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me, but why state the obvious? Get an eyeful, Your Holiness. I expect it's the last we'll see of each other for some time.
I've got the
She
wings
turns
for the
to
job.
arms crossed, and grins.
Look at you. Magnificent.
You don't look so bad yourself.
Actually, I've never looked better, except for one small thing.
She fingers the mask covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about to remove it, but instead, she places a hand on your shoulder.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. I sacrificed much. But I'd give even more to see you become exactly what you've become. Soon, I'd like to have a little chat about something you can do for me.
Is there stuff
but I believe
after
that can
this?
wait. Relax. Enjoy.
Where do you plan to go?
I certainly plan to do the same. Oh, I don't know. Around and about. Treat myself to some mead, a level 300. I'd say we've earned it.
Or is
And
that
when the
setting
time
up
comes,
for another game?
I'll come find you, Your Holiness.
Is that setting up for another game? Hey, Red Prince.
Well, well. Look what the cat dragged in. A god, no less.
Yeah.
And me in no state to shake hands. Divinity suits you.
Uh-huh.
Though I know of one it might have suited even better.
Hey, Jahan, whatever.
You escaped an abominable prison and confronted the king of all gods, only in turn to confront divinity itself. A rather poetic arc, don't you think? Not that your story is finished, of course. Your divinity shines upon all who walk Rivellon. And there will be those that escape to the shadows. You must be ready to face them.
What might you be getting up to next?
Now that I am clear of mind and free of intruders, I'm wondering if it isn't time to share my learnings with the less enlightened. And to that end, I have a few ideas worth considering. Once I've come to a conclusion,
Do you have any
I
advice for the
promise
new divine?
you'll be the first to know. As a matter of fact, yes. Source makes for an excellent ally in matters of a demonic nature. Not only can void seep through the veil, but the beasts of Nemesis might similarly slip out of their own plane. Whether you are clever enough of a divine to keep Damien's disciples confined to Nemesis, I can't say. But I think we'll know soon enough. And
so there was something
I
earlier
suggest
about
you
Lucian
be ready.
adopting Damien and that it was a mistake. And I don't know who Damien is. But now he's talking about demons as beings from another plane and being Damien's disciples. And they're playing Nemesis. I haven't played the original, like the first Divinity Original Sin. It's something that I plan on playing after this one, actually. But I wonder if that's the plot.
Until we meet again, Sebille.
Who shall we talk to next? Lohse. Hi.
Oh my, you! Look who it is! Our brand new Lord and Saviour.
She curtsies low and looks up at you with a grin.
So, what's your first order of business? End world hunger? Instigate world peace? Send
I like
spiders back
though.
to hell where they belong?
Laugh and say she hasn't changed at all.
Well, yeah. I'm not the next god. Someone made that abundantly
'Kay.
clear.
She winks and pokes you in the ribs.
So? Come on, don't keep me in suspense.
I'm gonna start rebuilding with the void destroyed.
Big job. I'd offer to help, but I've got some business. of my
Take a
own
wild
to
guess.
attend to.
She's gonna hit a road with a bunch of filthy artists. No, I'm not gonna say that. Ask her to elaborate.
Get loot, play loot.
That's a quote we need to add. Get loot, play loot, get lad. Oh my god. That's so good.
So, Chief,
I guess.
this is it,
But I
right?
won't ever forget you. Not ever.
Don't speak too soon. You're a god now, after all. Soon enough, your brain will be full of all the fates of all the people in all the realm. Let me know if you see any falling boulders coming my way, though. Or goiters or something.
What?
As she turns from you, the whites of her eyes darken, the veins in her face
What?
go grey, and a wicked smile curls her mouth. Suddenly, it's gone again. She winks, and you're left wondering whether you saw anything at all.
What?
See
What?
you around.
Did we not kill the demon? Were we not successful? Oh shit.
I've never been fond of what the Divine stands for, but I must say, it's rather exciting to say I've been up close and personal with
What's
one.
next for you?
Who knows? A nice cottage someplace quiet for Mahalia and I. A roaring fire and a feather bed. Maybe. Maybe. But a girl needs some fun.
I don't know.
Doesn't
Maybe.
she?
Hi Fane. Your daughter,
I suppose it's time for me to explore.
You're kind of the one who screwed everything up. He's literally the character that caused this all to happen.
Ifan gives you an appraising glance. Curiosity mingled with an emotion you can't quite put your finger on. Reflected in the mirror of his eyes, you see yourself, majestic, powerful, emanating an aura of purest source. Ifan reaches out a hand.
I am a
and
sparkly
places your
flying
aura
god.
with the lightest touch.
And he's, you know, my romance.
So, you're it. Our new divine. I truly hope you'll do better than Lucian.
You should be more respectful when talking to your divine. I don't think he'll like that. Reach out to take his hand. Bid him stand by your side as my counsel.
That's an idea.
But we're in love.
I've served the divine before. That didn't work out so well. For me or Rivellon.
He squeezes your hand hard.
I need to fix what my
No.
actions destroyed. I'm going home. I'm going to return to the forests where I grew up, where the death fog detonated. I'm going to plant new seeds.
Can I come
and
do
see
that with
fresh
you?
shoots spring from the earth.
Ifan pulls you into his arms and embraces you. His hands are shaking. His lips tremble. He holds you tight.
No.
Not long enough.
Yes.
Then pulls away.
Visit
That's
me sometime.
sad. We're gonna have to try the other endings too. Sir Laura, were you successful?
Well, well, Quirkers. Look who finally graced us with their presence. I suppose some thanks.
Smile and tell him he's welcome. It wasn't easy, but we made it.
What? No, you should be thanking me. I just saved the world from the great acorn. You're welcome, by the way. Honestly, Quirkers, some creatures have
Bow and
no
thank the
sense
squirrel
of
for his service.
A huge grin slowly spreads across the squirrel's small face.
Of course, had you not stopped this god king and his lackeys, there would have been very little
So
left.
he actually knows what was going on.
So,
This is the first he's ever acknowledged it.
The cat moves forward, twisting around your legs and filling the
I don't
air
know
with
how a
sound of
skeleton cat
dry,
purrs, but I
dusty
like it.
purring.
Quackers, please have a
Laugh
little
and tell Sir
decorum.
Laura they've been through a lot. He should. I'm just gonna scratch the cat under his chin.
Quirkus arches his back, almost dislodging Sir Laura, who just smiles.
This battle is won, my friend, but we still have a war to fight. We've undone the Great Acorn, but the Knights of Dre are still out there. They summoned the Great Acorn once. They will be able to summon it again. We have to destroy their order, once and for all. That is the future Quercus and I have ahead of us. We no longer need a shield. But we are very
I will
happy.
bow to him and explain that it's been an honor. If he ever needs my help again, he's welcome to ask.
The honor is all mine. I pray we will not need to call on you, but I am grateful for the offer. I never thought I would be proud to have befriended a giant, but there is no one Ow! Marcus! There is no one that we would
I'm sorry you're a
rather
ghost.
this world with. I do not know what comes next for you, but you will always have a friend in the forest. Come, Quercus. We must...
He's a
I think
skeleton.
you have something in your eye, my friend.
The cat curls up and snuggles into his squirrel friend,
Aw.
who quietly sits and sniffs on the deck.
This game's gonna make me cry.
Well, if it isn't the new Divine gracing me with her presence.
What are you gonna do now?
How honored I am. That is the question, isn't it? How does one top the greatest feat of necromancy ever conceived? I might have the answer to that.
So you
Tell
raised
me,
Brachus
heard
Rex
of
from the dead,
Gustafsson?
who almost destroyed the world, and now you want to top that.
No, of course you wouldn't. It's a written language, unreadable to most, but myself, naturally. It comes from a mysterious race from another world. Beings that feed on minds. I intend to seek them out. This Gustafsson seems to guard portals to their realm. Once I've uncovered one, well, why settle for being the greatest mind in just one world, when there's another for the taking?
Okay, that also might be setting up a sequel. Okay. Who all have we talked to? We need to talk to Beast. We talked to Lohse. Oh, I want to talk to the ship, too. So Beast is next.
Beast brushes
Wow, that's
detritus
circles.
from his beard, sand, skin, and whatever else might have accumulated there. He takes a deep breath when he sees you.
I know it's the same old sea breeze I've always smelled, but it's different now. I don't know how to explain. Maybe you do, oh Divine One.
You can just be an asshole. And be like, Neil. Clap my hand on his back. You're just not used to the calm.
I don't know how you can be so, what's the word, nonchalant?
I
You're
know.
not free anymore. You belong to Rivellon now.
Beast begins to chuckle, then guffaw, and soon he is laughing as heartily as you've ever known him to.
That might be the most dramatic thing I've said in ages.
The laugh fades away, and the concerns of a kingdom and beyond
Are you
pass
excited for
between
what's to
the
come
two of
next?
That's what I should be asking you. I'll find ways to excite myself. Always do. First, I go back to the kingdom, see the Queen. There's a lot to do there. Damage that needs undone. Dwarves have lived in fear for far too long on the outside. And the inside. Something tells me it's all going to be okay.
He winks and begins to sing.
You hear the wild beast just sails on the ocean. He's docked in the bay and coming your way. Off on the yawn, you hear the commotion. He's docked in the bay and
Lose's song is a little bit more melodic.
Your cupboard can't hide you, nor can your berth. His daggers don't care about the gold that you're worth. He'll bury your bones neath a mountain of earth. He's docked
Good
in
rhymes,
the bay and coming your way.
He pauses, then continues to hum,
That's
all
funny.
the while working his whiskers.
Yay, talk to the ship. Can you run a little tiny bit faster? You've got wings.
It gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again.
This ship has the coolest design. It's good to see you. You've been a dependable ally.
I will always be an ally to those that carry swords, to those whose blood is of the heroes of old. And so, as always, I am at the ready.
How are you here and unharmed?
Consider me to be a gift from Malady. My wood was splintered, but my spirit intact. It was a great feat, but given her skill, not a surprising one. I feel better.
We've talked to everybody. It's time to depart.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go next. You speak the command to the Lady Vengeance, and another chapter begins. War raged on. Arx remained the center of power as the races united behind the Divine. But the Voidwoken attacks continued as they did elsewhere. Arx would see many more long years of war. The ancient empire of lizards became one of the pillars of the new Divine Alliance. The houses of war and of shadows were particularly useful in the fight against the God King. The Empire used the war to expand its territory. Justinia returned to her throne. Under her rule, the Dwarven Kingdom fought for the Divine, and her loyalty was unquestionable. Many fine and courageous dwarves did their people great honor, in battle and in death. With Lucian gone, the elves reluctantly rejoined the Divine Alliance. Their place in the war on the Void would entirely depend on the integrity of the new Divine. And here and there, across the world, what was left of the Black Ring fought on. The island of Fort Joy remained a sorcerer's paradise, a place of exile for those whose sorcery threatened to bring in the Void. For their well-being, its residents depended entirely on the benevolence of the new Divine. Reaper's Coast struggled on. The farms and the fisheries fought to feed the people against the Voidwoken blight.
This is some really nice artwork.
The black pits took fire. The oil there burns still. Driftwood teetered on the edge of starvation until the night the Voidwoken came from the sea. All were killed. This did, however, put an end to the famine. The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why. Arx battled on. Young Han grew up a warrior and became one of the Alliance's greatest generals. But even he could not
wonder
win
how
the
different
war.
this would be if we had fought against
Almira
the
and Mihaly
God
settled
King.
in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and
Or the
respected
Kraken or
Almira.
whatever.
She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor. Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would speak against her. With a new Divine at the helm, Malady had a powerful ally, but she was in no hurry to call in her favor. After all, it might be the last thing she ever did. Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished.
They've
and was
left a
never
lot of
seen
things
again.
open for themselves.
Ahu the wizard served the new divine with honor, wisdom, and an at times unnerving feline elegance.
He's a kitty.
The undead priestess Gratiana remained in her sanctuary, happy to wait for the war to pass. She was troubled only by the
who died?
silence of her goddess.
Who I killed.
Jehan the demon hunter never stopped hunting for demons. Sahala sought to strengthen the elven alliance with the new divine. Her powers of sight proved useful in the ongoing war against the Void, but she could never be sure that the new divine trusted her. Tova, her mother, was Sahala's most trusted warrior.
Beast.
The Beast of the Sea returned to the Dwarven Kingdom to lead the dwarves in the fight against the Void. After a series of public blunders, Marcus eschewed political power and returned to the sea. The Beast and the Lady Vengeance sail on.
Fun!
With a small band of elves, Ifan Ben-Mezd replanted the lost forests. After the first fresh shoots broke the earth, Ifan returned to the war, leading the elves in service of the divine. Some say Afrit, his soul wolf, walks the forest still. Lohse returned to her music and enjoyed a storied career as the divine's premier musician. Dark moods would still overtake her, and she would spend long hours walking in the wilds. She always returned with a new song. And then there was you. You, Sebille, the elven divine. What did you do with your power? What kind of divine were you as the world battled on? Did you show mercy or strength? Did you sacrifice others as Lucian had done? Did you regret becoming divine? Did you wish you had surrendered the power that runs through your veins and sealed the veil? Did you bring back the ancestor trees?
Oh, wow.
Only you know the truth. Only you know if you atone for your sins.
Wow. Well, they really put together a game. But I think froze. Oh, yeah, it's back. The design production person's name is in color. What? I'm gonna let the credits roll. Because these people definitely deserve their names to be seen, given how much effort has gone into this game, clearly. It's one of the demons that we fought. I mean, it's really quite something. The story is a lot more complex than I was expecting. I mean, I knew that people had said that the game was, you know, really great, and I heard a lot of really good things about it. You know, it was really close to D&D, left you a lot of options of like what to do, so you could break down doors instead of just picking them open, things like that. But I wasn't expecting the story to be quite as riveting and long and twisting and turning as it actually was. and I'm really pleasantly surprised. I know that I'm going to be playing this again on my own a couple of times for sure. If you guys end up being interested in seeing certain things from closer to the middle of the game, I can always intersperse some of the other things that we're going to be playing with bits of this. Bellissima and I might do a playthrough with some of the other characters, Red Prince and Fane, who we didn't see their stories for before. So that might be something that we have on the channel. But yeah, I think this is a really, really cool game to start off with. And then, yeah, I'm just kind of blown away. German proofreading. Huh. They even have an area for their interns. What would it be like to intern at a company like this, huh? That's really something. Closed beta testers. So what do you guys think of the game? What was your favorite part of the game now that it's over? And we are gonna see what happens if we choose to seal the rift, the veil, and what happens if we choose to distribute everything to all of the people. Those are the two things that I want to do before we leave off for the night. They got stuff for all the packs. Third parties. I highly recommend the soundtrack for this. The voice actors, wow. Yeah, there was a lot of people who have worked on this. Just a ton. They're practically playing the whole soundtrack. Strike Team. Wonder what that is. I think this is Beast's song. The modding community. Yeah, playing some stuff with mods might also be really interesting. Special thanks. Wow. I think this is special thanks from like everybody on the cast and crew. If you can call it a cast and crew. Thank you for Darkwind for finally getting to Lady Vengeance. Thanks to my wife. Godwoken Babies. Voidwoken Babies. Kickstarter backers. Yeah, this game was funded by Kickstarter, which is, quite frankly, you know, huge. Considering the kind of game that it is, that it was completely funded by Kickstarter. Until recently, it was the largest Kickstarter funded of its type. I believe another game which I hope to play when it does come out, which is Pathfinder, the second game, which I can't think of what it's called right now, Wrath of something, actually beat Divinity Original Sin's value or monetary amount that it raised. Huh, I wonder what that is. These are all just the A's. So we might skip through this part now. As much as I would like to let it play. Oh, it'll let me pause. There we go. Cleaning up session. And we're back at the load screen. Okay. Let's see. Let's go back here. We'll give it a moment to load. Might take a minute. While we do, let's see if we can get the dog to do anything with this. Hey, Jasper, come here. Hey. Hey, how are you doing? We finished the game. We're gonna have new games. Hi. Come here. Come here. Okay, there you go. Good boy. Good boy, Jasper. Oh, you messed up your green screen, Jasper. Hey. Yeah, I don't have anything in my hand. Silly dog. This loading screen's taking a bit. Hey! Oh. You wanna play? Oh. Oh, dog stretch. Dog stretch. Loading the Tomb of Lucian. Okay, I'm gonna allow myself and the world to be purged of its source.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. Dallas the Hammer, the secret eternal, purged the Godwoken and used the source to
Really, I did
the
that.
veil to the void. The world was saved. Statues in memory of the Godwoken who sacrificed their souls.
Oh, we all died.
Erected all across Rivellon. They would never be forgotten.
Not just me, all of us.
The half-demon Malady took pity on the soulless, God-woken silent monks and brought them to the Hall of Echoes. There, from the scraps of their souls that remained,
That's so
she
neat.
restored them to life. Sorcerers no more, they lived out the rest of their lives, freed of the burden of being the God-woken, freed from the weight of the world. As for me, the God-woken sacrifice severed the link that bound the sworn to the God King, and I was finally free. To atone for my sins, I spent the rest of my days taking care of the sick and elderly, telling the story of the Godwoken, that the world may never forget the greatest heroes Rivellon had ever seen.
We're live. We're not a deity. And we don't have any source points. But we're alive. We actually survive.
Well, well, look what the cat dragged in. A silent monk. At least that's what you would be if it weren't for Malady. To be fair, you are barely more powerful than one, now that the source has been ripped from you. And even more ripped
Hey,
from
Malady,
you.
thanks for keeping me alive.
Malady stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling off her mask. From here, she looks almost angelic.
Ah, there you are. More than a silent monstrosity, less than a god. In the end, I'm not totally convinced it was worth my while to restore your consciousness.
Yeah, she wanted us to become divine, so.
Where did I go wrong?
How did... I'm sorry if I disappointed you, but I had to do what was right.
Ugh. I'd been counting on sacrificing my health and happiness for a future god, you know. Not a silent monk in wait. Never mind. I'll find another way. Always.
She fingers the mask covering her face.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. Sacrificed much. And I'd have given even more.
I did. It's just in a different save file.
She looks you up and down.
I guess this will have to do. Take a moment, why don't you? Relax, enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same.
Okay, I mostly care about the companions. I'm gonna talk to Lohse and Ifan, really.
You are a very, very, very lucky person. If Malady hadn't restored us, I'd be a drooling monstrosity. But a vengeful...
My companions are not happy. It's the best option for the realm.
The realm is a lot more robust than some people give it credit for. It's probably
How does it
much
feel to be
more than we'll
free?
ever even know.
I don't know if anyone's free of anything, once and for all. But I'm bloody thrilled to be here now. Just me, myself.
What will you do now?
Of course.
Get loot.
I won't forget
So,
you.
Chief, I guess this is it, right? You say that now, but who knows what adventures and redheads life will throw at you. Whatever it is, you'll ace it.
As she turns from
No.
you, the light suddenly it's gone.
I don't like that. Hey Fane. What do you think? I fixed your mistake.
I suppose it's time
You just
for
say
me
the
to
same
explore
thing.
a new form.
That's frustrating.
Ah, the betrayer.
Ifan folds his
What?
arms and steps back from you, as if your presence is toxic.
I suppose this is proof.
Really?
I've got really bad taste in friends, to say nothing of lovers. After all
I
that we've
killed
been through
him.
Since Fort Joy, after all that,
I actually killed
to
him,
end
but
up with
sure.
Lucian once more, to settle for abject corruption over change.
He fixes you with a steely gaze, eyes burnished pebbles of hatred. Any remnants of the tenderness of your night together has been extinguished. You see before you only a feral animal, baring
Wow.
his teeth in rage.
I'm glad this was not my first choice. Ignoring the look in his eyes, is the best option for Rivellon, I guess.
It was absolutely not. You listened to Lucian.
Yeah.
You obeyed Lucian. I intend to spend the remainder of my... It may not be, but when did that ever stop me before?
Ifan pauses, as if about to say something
Ouch.
else. Then Ifan scowls at you.
He just straight up is like, I'm leaving. Wow.
Ifan scowls at you.
That is not a happy ending for the romance. I guess Ifan really doesn't like Lucian. Who would have thunk it? I have like no health or anything, it looks like. Makes it seem like that anyway. That's the wrong end of the ship. Haste me. Ah, it won't let me haste. Okay, we have one last one to try, which I know Ifan will be much happier about. But let's see if it really is the best option. We're gonna see the epilogue though.
It gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again.
Yeah, it's time to depart.
I am at the ready.
You look, and with a start, you realize that at last the world
In some
is
ways,
at
anyway.
peace. As the races united behind Lucian, Arx remained the center of power.
Seems weird that it just defaults to Lucian being the dude.
The ancient
When I like
Lizard Empire
clearly
opened its
didn't side with
gates.
him.
The houses disbanded, and the Empire adopted
Oh,
a
okay.
pluralist quasi-democracy. Anyone
That's
could
certainly
vote
different.
for whoever they pleased.
Oh,
As
okay.
long as the House of Shadows approved.
That makes sense.
Justinia returned to her throne. Under her rule, the Dwarven kingdom prospered, until 2 years later, a jealous lover stabbed her in the heart with a mutton fork.
Yeah, they don't care.
Lucian made amends to the elves. He gave them lands and vast riches from the coffers of the old divine order. But the elves never forgave him. They would not trust humans again. And in a dark forest on the far side of a desert, well beyond the high seas, the Black Ring came together once more.
So far, this ending, I would say, is not actually the most or is not more positive than the other.
The island of Fort Joy, the old redoute to the Source King Brachus Rex, was turned over to the people of Driftwood to use as they wished. They turned it into a holiday resort. Reaper's Coast prospered.
Like, the general areas are doing better, but individual people don't seem to be doing better.
The fisheries returned, and the fertile farmlands produced the greatest harvests the surviving farmers
I do wonder if the, like, giving the power of the divine to everybody.
Blood Moon Island became particularly fecund, its soil producing the greatest crops. A particularly crimson-fleshed orange grown on the island became
That's a little
delicacy
terrifying.
across half the world. The Black Pit took fire.
I wonder if there was something we could do to stop that.
Driftwood became a center of industry, trade, and transport. Rohan the Dwarf became mayor. His time in office was cut short by an unfortunate wound that spontaneously appeared on his neck. Lagan left his over-demanding wife and
I don't
began
even
a
remember who you are.
relationship with a local bard.
Oh!
In the spirit of loving generosity, he returned the ring to his now ex-wife. In a fit of rage, she
He's the
threw
guy
it
whose
into the
ring
sea.
we rescued from the ocean.
The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by
So that's the
instinct, ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why. Arx became a great metropolis, famed for its prosperity, its culture, its diversity, and the willingness of its denizens to stab each other in the back for the slightest advantage. Young Han went into the theatre and became one of the realm's most popular actors.
He was the best warrior in the last one, and he's a great actor in this one.
Almira and Mihaly settled down on the farm. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor. She presumed she had them in thrall. The truth was, they just liked her.
I just like her. Casper, why are you barking at me?
With no new divine, Malady found herself in a predicament. She had an important problem to solve, but no ally strong enough to call upon. And so her search
Who is
continued.
Malady, and what is the problem that she wants solved?
Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished and was never seen again. Ahu the Wizard became one of Lucian's most trusted advisors once more. He always knew that something had changed in the divine. He never discovered what that was, or if he did, he never said a word. With Amadia silent, the priestess Gratiana left the swamps and re-entered the world. She founded an abbey in the Dragonspine Mountains, offering the last of the undead shelter from fortune hunters, novelty seekers, and ghouls.
Wonder why hers is different.
Jehan the demon hunter found himself at a loose end, so he opened a museum of demonic artifacts. he made a fortune.
I guess since the veil is sealed, the demons can't come through either.
With Lucian in power, Sebille took the elves away from the world. They grew strong once more amidst the trees of the regrown home forest. Some say her plans for revenge will bring about the end of
So at
days.
least with me as divine, she wasn't going to do that.
Some say only Tova, her mother, holds her back. Lucian returned as divine, united the races, and became Lord Emperor of all Rivellon. Only Dallis knew that he was entirely
and me,
powerless.
yeah.
Dallis and you.
And my companions.
The Eternal, now known as Dallis, was a secret advisor to Lucian and to his successors. For eons she would walk in the world, and would outlive the peoples and all, and wander alone amongst the dying stars.
Wonder what happens to her if Fane survives.
The Beast of the Sea returned to the Dwarven Kingdom, not as a rebel, but as a lawmaker. Merciful and wise, he led the dwarves into an age of prosperity. His grave looks out over the sea. With a small band of elves, Ifan Ben-Mezd replanted the lost elven forests. After the first fresh shoots broke the earth, he disappeared and was never seen again. Some say Afrit, his soul wolf, walks the forest still.
He's coming to murder me and Lucian.
Lohse returned to her music and enjoyed a storied career as Rivellon's premier musician. Dark moods would at times overtake her, and she would spend long hours walking in the wilds. She always returned with a new song. And then there was you. You returned to the world as one more elf among many. Your future was yours to decide. Did you accept your new status with humility, or did you rebel? Only you know the truth.
My character's far less important now that she's not the divine.
Only you know if you atone for your sins.
Okay, one last thing to try and see in terms of endings. Probably take a minute to load in again. So while this is loading in, some of the coming plans for the channel, I'm gonna be selecting games to play and days to play them on. One of the games that I plan on having is Divinity Original Sin, the first game. We also, of course, have to play Uno, as requested by Bellissima, which will probably be one of the sooner streams. It's going to probably be a one-off sort of Uno night, but it might become the beginning of like playing with viewers day. We've also had requests for Skyrim, which might make an occasional visit to the channel. I'm thinking probably modded Skyrim, since I have played the regular Skyrim. It might be kind of neat to play some modded Skyrim. And then we'll also be on the search for some other games. Probably some more like RPGs and tactical type RPGs to start off with. But if you guys have recommendations, feel free to hop in the chat or in the Discord, and you know, let me know what you guys want to see. I'm going to give the source back to all the people. Release divinity into the world. When everyone is divine, no one is divine. We still get statues built in our honor no matter what.
so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the godwoken.
She's probably not freed in this one.
When the dust settled, no new divine had risen. Instead, all source was released into the world for all the people and every creature to share.
Maybe not a good thing.
A sorcerer. And
Oh.
united, the peoples of Rivellon pushed back the God King into the very depths of the void. This ushered in a new golden age of peace and prosperity.
Ah.
But alas, it was not to last. With many greedy for wealth, power, and position, the struggle soon began anew. Source, the very language of creation, was used in violence once more. The never-ending contest for power continued. As for me, my last hope of ever being freed of the God King's terrible tyranny faded when the Godwoken failed to seal the veil. An eternity of pain and suffering is mine, in service of the King, until the day I am freed. The day the God King returns.
Interesting. So that kind of makes it seem like actually becoming divine is the best answer.
Malady stands tall and proud. Sunlight.
Well, here we are again. You, me, get an eyeful. I expect it's the last. I have a lot of planning to do. Now that there's not,
Yeah, she's not
to be
happy.
a new divinity.
She drums her.
All that work, all that effort, tossed into the gutter like a malformed child.
It sounds like you are only interested in helping for your own benefit.
Has it taken you this long? Never mind.
She fingers the mask.
We've come a long way together.
She looks.
I guess take a moment. Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan. Until next time.
Yeah, so Malady's only happy with us if we become divine. Ifan's actually kind of happy with us if we become divine. Is really unhappy if we seal the veil.
Hey there, Chief. So, a world full of sorcerers.
Ought to
What do you
even the
make of it?
playing field.
I suppose that's a death sentence for Fort Joy.
It's true.
What a terrible shame. Though I guess it wasn't all bad. I met you after all. And look
What
at
do you
everything
do?
we've done. Get loot.
Won't forget
gain.
you.
So, Chief, I guess this is it. You say that now. Whatever
Yeah.
it is.
As she turns from
Hers
you
is pretty much
suddenly.
the
See you
same.
around.
Ifan, do you like me now? I did what you wanted.
Ifan beams at you, his blood-streaked face more jubilant than you've ever seen it. He reaches out and pulls you into a bear hug, clapping you on the back.
We did it. The odds were against us. Hell, the gods were against us. And still...
Doesn't even end up
still
good,
we
though.
did it.
Ifan grasps your face in his hands and kisses you exuberantly. Sauce crackles between you and in the air all around you. The world has changed.
Now we'll see something. We'll see what happens when everyone can harness
I can't
their
wait
own
to see.
divinity. Me either. I knew it. From the first time I met you, I knew you were special. And this proves it. With a world full of sorcerers, we should be able to make short work
I'm
of
ready
the
for a
Void
more
Woken.
peaceful world. Do you want to do this together?
That's...
He reaches out and takes your hand.
I want that more than anything.
Just kiss him. There's been enough war for one day.
Ifan embraces you fiercely. As your source mingles and sparks, you feel the memories of your night together caressing your body. The world can wait, just a
Okay.
little longer.
Well, that was cute. Ah, no. That's I don't want to go that way. I want to go up here to where the ship talks.
It gives me almost as much pleasure to. I will always.
Time to depart.
You look out to the end, and with a start, you realize the world was at peace, at least for now. With its significance as the seat of divinity diminished, Arx fell into decline, and within 7 generations, had emptied.
Oh, Jasper just walked through. Like a ghost dog.
Few were as prepared for the new world as the lizardkin of the ancient empire. With power spread equally throughout the world, the advantage lay with those who knew how to steal it. And at this, the lizards excelled. Justinia returns to her throne. Under her rule, the Dwarven kingdom prospered, until 2 years later, a jealous lover stabbed her in the heart with a mutton fork.
A mutton fork.
With their power returned, the elves reclaimed their lands from the Death Fog and began to rebuild. Soon they would split as 2 factions sought power, one to bring back the trees, the other to bring back the scions. A dwarven joke did the rounds. It ends with a punchline, so Lucian dropped the Death Fog on them again.
Okay.
Only the elven Godwoken could bring the elves together once more.
Yeah.
And in a dark forest on the far side of a desert, well beyond the high seas, the Black Ring came together once more. The island of Fort Joy, the old redoubt of the Source King Brachus Rex, was turned over to the people of Driftwood
That's nice.
to use as they wished. They turned it into a holiday resort. Reaper's Coast prospered. The fisheries returned, and the fertile farmlands produced the greatest harvests.
See, this again seems really, really nice, and you know, it's making it seem like it's really the most positive
Blood Moon Island became
out of the
particularly
options.
fecund, its soil producing the greatest crops. A particularly crimson-fleshed orange grown on the island became a delicacy
Except for that one
across
bit about
half
like,
the
well,
world.
actually, all the people are gonna fight each other now because they all have source and they all want to steal it from each other.
The black pits took
I mean, there's no
fire.
perfect
The oil
solution.
there burns still. Driftwood became a center of industry, trade, and transport.
Question is, do we want people fighting Voidwoken or do we want people fighting each other?
Lohse the dwarf became mayor. His time in office was cut short by an unfortunate wound that spontaneously appeared on his neck.
I wonder what they consider the canon ending.
Lagan left his over-demanding wife and began a relationship with a local bard. In the spirit of loving generosity, he returned the ring to his now ex-wife. In a fit of rage, she threw it into the sea.
Still get a kick out of that.
The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer
I wonder if
clear.
there's a different
None of the
option
captains
for
could
that somehow.
articulate why. Millennia later, adventurers would come in search of the legendary divine city of Arx and the crypt of the great Lucian. None would pass the path of blood. Young Han went into the theatre and became one of the realm's most popular actors. Almira and Mihaili settled in an abandoned homestead. The locals liked and respected Almira. She never wanted for help, and deals always fell to her favor. Outsiders were often suspicious, but no local would speak against her. With no new divine, Malady found herself in a predicament. She had an important problem to solve, but no ally strong enough to call upon, and so her search continued. Having performed the greatest act of necromancy in history, Tarquin found the new world unchallenging. He became obsessed with rumors of another plane of existence. One day he vanished.
Wonder what
and
happens
was
to him
never
if we
seen
don't
again.
free him. Or he wasn't bound, was he?
With the source released to the world, Ahu the wizard spent more
Yay.
and more time as a cat. One day he decided
I
he would
respect
not
that
change
decision.
back. With Amadia silent, the priestess Gratiana left the swamps and re-entered the world. With more undead than ever before, she founded an abbey in the Dragonspine Mountains, offering them
Why are there
shelter
more
from
undead
hatred
than
and
ever?
fear.
Just because they're sorcerers?
Jehan, the demon hunter, found himself at a loose end. So, he opened a museum of demonic artifacts. After it burned down, with Jehan inside, witnesses claimed that the flames were the color of blood. As the forests grew anew and the elves were equals at last, Sebille shared elven knowledge of source with the world. But some elves disagreed and plotted against her. Chief amongst her opponents was Tova, Sebille's own mother.
She played some really different roles.
The Beast of the Sea returned to the Dwarven Kingdom, this time as a lawmaker. After a very public blunder, Marcus eschewed political power and returned to the sea. The Beast and the Lady Vengeance sail on. With a small band of elves, Ifan Ben-Mezd replanted the lost elven forests. After the first fresh shoots broke the earth, he disappeared.
Because he was
and was
with
never
me.
seen again. Some say Afrit, his soul wolf, walks the forests still. Lohse returned to her music and enjoyed a storied career as Rivellon's premier musician. Dark moods would at times overtake her, and she would spend long hours walking in the wilds. She always returned with a new song. And then there was you. You returned to the world a sorcerer among many. Your future was yours to decide. Did you accept your new status with humility?
Yeah, I
Only
think
you
I'd like
know
the
the
divine
truth.
ending the best.
Only you know if you atone for your sins.
Well, that's it, guys. We've seen the 3 different possible endings, at least with Sebille and the choices that we made. I'm sure the endings vary quite a lot depending on what else you do and your different character, and probably for Fane, it changes even more. If we had the Red Prince with us, you know, if Lohse was still inhabited by a demon, I'm sure there's a lot of different options. But I've, you know, like I said earlier, I've really had a blast with this game. And I'm going to continue to enjoy it probably for, you know, years to come. Hopefully a little bit more on this channel. Every once in a while, we might revisit it and see what new things we discover. But we'll definitely take a look at Divinity Original Sin, the first game, as well. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming to the stream. I'm going to call it a night here and prepare myself for the games that are coming. We will be back with another stream likely on Friday evening at 8 p.m. Mountain. You can check down below the stream for the stream times in your own time zone. It's even got a countdown timer for it. And we will likely be doing some games with you guys, the viewers, including some Uno. So I will see you guys then. And I'm betting we're going to raid Dubious Physics.